Places to visit in Pokhara. Namaste, traveler, welcome to travelandexplore.com, the best place for the information of your destination as a tourist. Pokhara, the nature's hidden paradise, possesses nature's gift of extreme beauty. With majestic view of Annapurna Range at its backdrop and tranquility of lakes within it, Pokhara is the perfect destination for wonderful tour. Also known as Pokhra-Lekhnath, is a metropolis and the largest city of Nepal in terms of area. It is the provincial capital of Province No. 4, headquarter of Gandaki zone and Kaski district. It is located 200 kilometers west of the capital Kathmandu. The Annapurna Range, with 3 of the 10 highest mountains in the world, Dhaulagiri, Annapurna I and Manaslu, is within 15 to 35 miles of the valley. Due to its proximity to the Annapurna mountain range, the city is a base for trekkers undertaking the Annapurna Circuit through the Annapurna Conservation Area region of the Annapurna Ranges in the Himalayas. Besides, its surroundings offer the most popular treks in the Annapurna region, and those are the intensive Annapurna Circuit and Jomsom treks. Together with these treks, there are a number of short treks, Sarangkot, Naudanda, Ghandruk, or Ghorepani, that are also equally fascinating. So, let's know about the places to visit during the exploration of Pokhara. Fuar Lake and its island Dhaulagiri. The Fuar Lake, 1.5 km long, second largest lake in Nepal, offers an excellent view of the mountains and their reflections on the lake. Many tours and trekking operators and hotels are located on the lakeside. One can easily find a place to sit back, relax and enjoy great meal while enjoying scenery here. You will also enjoy boating on the lake. Most hotels and guest houses have traditional designs and layouts which match with the surrounding views. The first main attraction is the pagoda-style temple in the lake, which is the shrine of Barai, water goddess. This is the most important religious monument in Pokhara. Built almost in the middle of Fuar Lake, just offshore from the lakeside. It takes less than 10 minutes to reach there by boat. Pagoda has 2 stories and it is believed that is dedicated to one of the Hindu god known as Barai Devi. It is used for worship by both Hindus and Buddhists. Mostly it gets crowded in the Saturdays. It is very small temple, but with peaceful and relaxing atmosphere. There is a major celebration during Dashain, the biggest Nepali festival in the month of October. Especially in Saturdays, carrying male animals and fowl across the lake to be sacrificed to the deity. The next main attraction is the mirror image of Mount Pokhara and Annapurna Range on the crystal clear water of the lake. The southeastern side of the lake offers the best view. The atmosphere is so tranquil that one can enjoy the green forest scenery just beyond the south end of the lake, full-scale scenery of the lake and amazing reflection of the Annapurna and Fishtail Mountains on the surface of the lake. There is facility of canoeing and fishing. Fuar Lake and water sports is the main tourist attraction of Pokhara and the north shore of the lake in now a main tourist district, which is called Lakeside. Many hotels, shops, restaurants and bars are situated there. Interesting is that water from Fuar Lake's outlet is used to generate electricity in the city. Old Bazaar and way to Vindhyabashini Temple. For a glimpse of what Pokhara was like before the traffic, chaos and tourist restaurants besieged the erstwhile village, head out to the old town, north of the bustling Mahendra Pool. Located about 4 kilometers from Lakeside, the market's original charm is alive and well. The best way to explore is on foot. Pokhara's traditional bazaar is colorful and so are its ethnically diverse traders. This area is strewn with shops selling commodities from edibles and cloth to cosmetics and gold is pleasant and shady spot to stroll around. On the sleepy old streets are houses built in new old architecture using red brick, which are similar to those in Kathmandu. There are almost no cars on the streets. Residents are standing or sitting in front of houses, some sell goods, while others only talk with neighbors, and everything seems to be closed. One feels as if time has stopped here. The old bazaar is also home to one of Pokhara's most important shrines. Locally called the Vindhyabashini Temple, is located on the top of a small hill at the north end of the old bazaar. This white dome-like structure dominates a spacious stone-paved courtyard built atop a shady hillock. This is believed as one of the oldest temples in the valley, and is most famous in Pokhara. It is dedicated to goddess Bhagawati, yet another manifestation of Shakti. On Saturdays and Tuesdays, when devotees flock through to offer sacrifices, take on a festive local flavor. On lucky days one may get to witness a Hindu wedding ceremony taking place in the premises of this temple. Mahendra Cave and its neighbor Bat Cave. Mahendra Cave, located at Patu-Lechaha. It's a 10-minute drive from Chipladhanga, the central marketplace of the Pokhara city. Mahendra Cave has been named as per the late King Mahendra Bikram Shah Dev. This is also one of the most demanding tourist attraction center here in Pokhara. It resides in the northern settlements of the valley. Mahendra Cave is the large limestone cave. It is a rare example of a cave system in Nepal containing stalagmites and stalactites. A statue of Hindu Lord Shiva can be found inside the cave. The canal is completely dark with continuously dripping water overhead. Bulbs are used by the cave in charge so that the visitors can visit it without any difficulty. But do take a torchlight with you just in case the electricity goes off. Mahendra Cave is rich for its rock types and different stones that glitters when a beam of light is struck in it. This natural formation is to see, not to strike with sharp digging objects. This cave consists of big boulders of rock, and the tunnel leads to different places like Kali Kola river, but at present many of the tunnels are blocked by huge boulders of rock. From the viewing platform you can see the bottom of Devi Falls. The cave is full of limestone, which falls to the ground and continuously forms electrical spark. The place where Mahendra Cave lies is full of greenery. The grazing horses and mules can frequently be observed in this area. This place lies in the bottom of a hill covered with greenery. Many surrounding hills full of greenery can be observed from here. Another great cave called Bat Cave can also be visited by traveling in the trail path just beneath the hills within 10 minutes by foot. This cave was discovered by the owner of the land, a farmer, in the year 2040. Though the entrance is quite narrow, but the inner part of the cave is wide enough. The images of the elephant tusk, gods and goddess have been carved on the inner walls of the cave. This cave is 150 meters long, 25 feet high and of the shape of U. This cave is famous for the bats and gives shelter to more than 15,000 bats of different species. Bat Cave is so wide and peaceful inside that it could be a very nice picnic spot. Devi's Fall and its Luck Pond. Devi's Fall is a small waterfall that disappears underground at a depth of 100 feet for a distance of 500 meters. The water forms an underground tunnel after reaching the bottom. This tunnel is approximately 500 feet long and runs 100 feet below ground level. On the 31st of July 1961, a Swiss couple Davi went swimming, but the woman drowned in a pit because of the overflow. Her body was recovered 3 days later in River Fusray with great effort. Her father wished to name it Devi's Falls after her. Its Nepali name is Patalich Ahango, which means underworld waterfall. After exiting the tunnel, the water passes through a cave called Gupteswar Mahadev, or cave beneath the ground. The Phua Lake Dam is the water source. It is an attraction for tourists and locals. Thousands of Nepalis visit for recreation and enjoyment. Visitors can try their luck on the luck pond constructed there by throwing and placing the coin on the statue of God. Likewise, one can find a model of traditional typical Nepali house and a series of statue of Nepali people wearing traditional dresses where visitors can click photo. Once it was considered as a suicide point since the locals as well as the tourists jumped from the cliff down to the bottom of the fall. Safety measures were applied soon after increase in such activities by constructing metal fences around the cliff to prevent further suicides. Tibetan refugee camp. Following the Chinese invasion of Tibet, there was an influx of over 300,000 exiles, refugees into Nepal on the way to Dharamala in India. Since then, a group of Tibetan refugees have been living in Nepal. One such is Tashiling Tibetan refugee settlement at Ghorepani, which is located near two popular sightseeing sites, that is Devi's Fall and Gupteswar Mahadev Cave. The site for this settlement was previously a temporary camp set up by the UNHCR, United Nations High Commission for Refugees, for the large number of Tibetan refugees who had gradually found their way to Pokhara from the border areas of Tibet. At one time there were a total of 1,000 persons at this camp, but thereafter the number decreased as many of these people left for India and other places. This is a great place to learn about and help the Tibetan refugees. They have a museum that is a must-see to learn and appreciate the difficulties they have endured. It will add much more meaning to the work they do here. One may visit Tibetan monastery, handmade carpet factory, schools etc. in this community. Most of the items for sale are genuine in terms of being handmade. You can buy bracelets and necklaces, rings, wood carvings, carpets and rugs, clothing. Unlike most refugee camps, this has no border wall separating the refugees and the locals from going about their daily life. You can see how the center was built from the history in the center, then encountered how the elderly were still practicing their trade of rug, carpet weaving by hand. You may then go and visit the store of which the money goes back into the community. Gupteswar Mahadev Cave. Gupteswar Mahadev Cave, located close to Davis Falls on the other side of the World Peace Stupa, is Nepal's most famous cave. It's also rumored to be the longest cave in Nepal. The cave is said to have been discovered in the 16th century. The main cave entrance was not constructed until 1991. The main cave contains two chambers with several shrines located throughout. The largest of these shrines is dedicated to Shiva. There is lighting in the cave that has a power backup. There are several souvenir stalls located at the main roadside entrance to the caves. The cave was allegedly discovered in the 16th century by some local men who stumbled upon it when clearing some grass. Within the dark cave they discovered many shrines and statues dedicated to Shiva and other Hindu deities. These included Mahadev in Parvati, Nageswar and Saraswati. Towards the red of the cave the men discovered that a waterfall ran through it. Further inspection revealed to them that the waterfall came from Patalach, later known as Davis Falls. Before the ticket counter is a round concrete balcony of sorts. It gives you a close look at the cave entrance and the statues leading up to it. After you buy your ticket you will enter down the large spiral staircase. It's here where you'll see many modern statues and plaster works depicting everything from semi-clad ladies to bearded men. There seems to be a take on some of the Kathmandu Valley's erotic carvings here, as many of the sculptures are of a sensual nature. A cowshed. Built more as a tourist attraction than anything else, you are free to enter inside the small little tunnel-like shed. If you leave a donation you can receive a drink of milk. Ask for it too. There is no live cow. Beginner's Lake. Beginner's Lake is a freshwater lake in Pokhra-Lekhnath metropolitan city of Kaski district of Nepal, located in the southeast of the Pokhara Valley. The lake is the second largest, after Farah Lake, among the 8 lakes in Pokhara Valley. Water level in the lake fluctuates seasonally due to rain and utilization for irrigation. Shankudi and Talbasi are its primary inflows and Kudikola is its outflow. Some parts of the lake are used as caged fisheries. The most adventurous thing is hiking from Rupa Lake to Beginner's Lake. Renting a paddle boat or walking around the lake is main way to enjoy the nature. There are various sporting opportunities in the lake as well as a diverse village life which will always keep you interested and on your toes. There are hotels near Beginner's Bazaar, but if you are after tranquility you are much better off heading up along the narrow ridge that separates the lakes. Here you will find a top-end lodge under village that specializes in budget guest house accommodation. Pachapaya village is spread out along the ridge and the guest houses look down on the either lake depending upon their orientation. There are also views across the lakes to the snowy Himalaya peaks. The village is reached via a 3 km hike or drive along a road that winds uphill directly from the bus stand in Beginner's Bazaar. It's more isolated than staying near the bazaar, but the surrounding countryside, friendly guest houses and stunning views make it all worthwhile. Rupa Lake. Rupa Lake is a freshwater lake in Nepal located in the Pokhra-Lekhnath metropolitan city. It is the third biggest lake in Pokhara Valley of Nepal and at an altitude of 600 meters covering area about 1.35 square kilometers with an average water depth 3 meters and maximum depth 6 meters. The lake is elongated north to south and is fed by perennial streams. Its watershed area is 30 square kilometers, where the main inflow of water is from Talbasi stream, whereas Davankola is the feeder stream with its outlet Talkola at Sistanigut. It supports a number of floral and faunal species. A total of 36 species of waterbirds have been recorded in the lake, which represents about 19% of the total 193 wetland-dependent birds found in Nepal. It provides enough space for boating experiences for national and international visitors. Cage culture as well as pen culture have been practiced in Rupa Lake for fish farming. Farmers in the Kaski district of Nepal have formed the Rupa Lake Rehabilitation and Fisheries Cooperatives Limited to help protect the watershed. Seti Gorge. It is a mysterious wonder of Pokhara. Originated from the Machapuchre glacier, Seti River runs through the main city area. Amazingly, at certain points the river appears hardly 2 meters wide. But its depth is quite beyond imagination, in about 40 meters depth. The river provides a perfect view of its dreadful rush before it disappears at Bogar into a deep gorge. The gorge is visible from the bridges in the city, Ki Singh Bridge, northwest end of the city, Mahendrapool, Rangat, and Prithvi Chowk areas. Ki Singh Bridge is the proper viewpoint of this wonderful and interesting river gorge. Looking down these bridges one can see the white turbulent flow of the Seti through an incredibly narrow canyon about 46 meters below. The Sarangkot. The view of the Annapurna Himalaya from Sarangkot is almost a religious experience. From here, you can see a panoramic sweep of Himalayan peaks, from Dhaulagiri in the west to the perfect pyramid of Machapuchre, the tent-like peak of Annapurna to Lamjung in the east. Most people come here at dawn or dusk, when the sun picks out the peaks, transforming them from a purple pink to a celestial gold. If you feel noisy teenagers are ruining the peace at the viewing tower, try walking further along to the secluded grassy helicopter pad. The main village is just below the ridge, but a set of steps leads uphill to a dramatic viewpoint, the site of an ancient fort. There's a ruined fort at Kaski, a 1-hour walk west of Sarangkot along the ridge road, with similarly jaw-dropping views. Fishtail, although being a lot smaller than Annapurna, will look bigger since it is located relatively closer. One can visit any time of the day for a good view, but it is a lot better during sunrise and sunset. It might get a bit chilly early in the morning. The Pokhara Valley beneath small piece of clouds is also worth watching. Sarangkot offers top-notch bird watching, and there's even a chance you might see a tiger or leopards as they live in the neighborhood and occasionally make themselves seen. Sarangkot is the launching spot for paragliders, so instead of having to drive up the mountain in the morning, by staying in Sarangkot it's possible to get an early start. Sarangkot is also the launching point for the longest and fastest zip line in the world that starts at the top of the mountain and runs down to the valley below. The trail leading to Pokhra makes for a nice day hike, and the dirt roads around Sarangkot go through some charming little villages. You can trek from Sarangkot all the way to Annapurna or head towards Panchas and villages near Pokhra. World Peace Pagoda. The World Peace Pagoda in Pokhara, Nepal is painted a brilliant white and sits atop a hill overlooking the Annapurna mountain range, which reflects off Phua Lake below. It is thusly one of the more serene peace pagodas in the world. Built just after World War II by Buddhist monks from Japanese Nippon's Myohoji organization, the World Peace Pagoda is one of over 80 World Peace Pagodas in the world today. They are built to inspire peace for all races and creeds. You can easily visit the World Peace Pagoda from lakeside in Pokhara, and it's well worth the trip for the views alone. The World Peace Pagoda is rumored to have cost $1 million to build. The World Peace Pagoda in Pokhara offers a lot more than just a stupa. It's a lake, a small trek and a mountain view. Add in some side trips and it's great little outing to do while in Pokhara. The easiest way to reach is to take a taxi. Other ways to reach is either to hike the trail from the southern side of Phua Lake or take a boat ride. There are several small cafes nearby and an excellent viewing platform to see the Annapurna mountain range. To make your way back, either follow the trail back to the shore and hire a boat back to lakeside, or continue on past the pagoda to the main road, or the foot trail leading down to Ghorepan or along Paddy Bazaar. Once there, take a mini bus back to lakeside in Pokhara. If the weather is clear, then an early morning sunrise can lead to spectacular views of the Annapurna mountains.